A day after he was laid to rest, the family of 17-year-old Hunter Britton continues to seek justice, and they're getting support from national civil rights activists. Britton's family says he was not armed when Sergeant Michael Davis with the Lonoke County Sheriff's Department shot him during a traffic stop near Beebe last month. Yesterday, friends and family gathered to remember the teenager at his high school. The mourners included the Reverend Al Sharpton and civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
It's been real tough. It's been 2 weeks now, and it's finally real.
Jesse Britton says his 17-year-old nephew Hunter should be enjoying his summer ahead of his senior year of high school.
We're still worrying what's going to happen with this officer, why he's not been locked up. We cannot even begin to understand this, and we need some answers.
Police say Hunter Britton was shot and killed during a traffic stop on June 23rd at around 3 a.m. His family says he exited his truck with this bottle of antifreeze to place behind his tire to keep the car from moving. That's allegedly when Sergeant Michael Davis opened fire. Benjamin Crump is one attorney representing the family.
The facts are going to tell us everything that happened, and he should be charged to the greatest extent of the law, because justice was warranted, because Hunter Britton's life mattered.
Davis was fired from the Sheriff's Department last week because he violated department policy when he did not turn his body camera on until after the shooting.
Here's my decision.
Lonoke County Sheriff John Staley released a video explaining the decision.
This means there's no video of the actual shooting. We see the aftermath, but not the shooting. Without all the evidence, I cannot make any determination on whether the shooting was proper.
Arkansas State Police say their Criminal Investigations Division is now looking into the case and whether or not to charge the former sergeant with any crime.
My nephew was murdered, and so I think that he should definitely be charged with murder.
Family and friends gathered at Britton's memorial service yesterday wearing Justice for Hunter t-shirts. Delivering the eulogy, Reverend Al Sharpton called for unity.
He does not deserve this. People don't have to qualify for justice. Justice ought to be given to everybody.
After the funeral, Britton's casket was taken out of the auditorium and placed in the bed of his own truck.
This is above politics. I don't care who you are, who you support. All of us want to see our children come home at night safe and protected.
And family members said Hunter Britton dreamed of becoming a NASCAR driver after graduating from high school. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, New York.
And when it comes to law enforcement, it has been 9 months since every officer in the Little Rock Police Department had a body camera to strap to their uniform. So how has this changed policing, and how has it impacted our community?
People realize now that we've got video, not just video of the officers and the actions that the officers took, but video of everyone on the scene.
Tonight at 10, THV11's Mercedes McKay takes a deeper look into how police officers are trained to use these new tools. Now we switch to the latest COVID-19 news in our state. Once again, Arkansas is in the national spotlight this afternoon, and it's for all the wrong reasons. Nationwide, the number of daily cases is up 9% right now, but several states are seeing a dramatic rise, and a handful of those are here in the South. As you can see by this map, when we zoom into just Arkansas, we are now averaging 475 new cases a day. That's compared to 142 a month ago. That's a 235% jump since the Delta variant began circulating here in the natural state. And when we look at the hospitalizations, it's a similar story. A month ago, there were 187 Arkansans hospitalized by the virus. Today, that number is all the way up to 416, or a 122% increase. In fact, yesterday we saw the largest increase in a single day for COVID hospitalizations since we've had vaccines available in Arkansas. And Arkansas is one of just 3 states where vaccination rates are below 50%. And that's why Governor Hutchinson is launching 2 new efforts to boost those numbers. The governor announced he will hold community COVID conversations across the state to answer questions and to urge more people to get vaccinated. He also called on employers to give workers paid time off to get their shot. President Joe Biden also continuing his push to increase vaccination rates across the country. Here's what he had to say yesterday.
We're sending out more mobile clinic units out there to help people at special events, summer festivals, sporting events, as well as places of worship wherever we can find people gathered.
And the White House will also step up efforts to get vaccines to more primary care doctors and pediatricians to help encourage young Americans to get the shot. Rescue efforts are still underway in Surfside, Florida, despite a brief pause due to heavy rain, high winds, and lightning from Tropical Storm Elsa. A fire official said crews have recovered 10 more bodies, bringing the confirmed death toll to 46. About 100 people are still unaccounted for. CBS's Manuel Bajorquez is in Surfside.
Sifting through a mountain of concrete, steel, and debris, rescue crews continue the round-the-clock search for survivors. But good news is in short supply.
The key things we're looking for all throughout in regards to void space, livable spaces, we're not coming across that.
Still, leaders insist they are not giving up hope.
It's hard to imagine this was once a 12-story condo building, but it's the little things like that cushion right there that was once part of a sofa or patio furniture that remind you of the lives lost.
A few blocks away, 4 of those lost were laid to rest. The Guada family, Marcus, Anna, and their 10 and 4-year-old daughters, Lucia and Emma. Friends say they were an incredibly close and loving family. Symbolically, the 2 young sisters were placed together in the same white casket adorned with ribbons. With the cause of the Champlain Tower South collapse still unknown, Surfside Mayor Charles Burkett says there are significant concerns about the virtually identical sister building, Champlain Towers North. And in nearby Sunny Isles, nearly 60 commercial and residential buildings built before 1982 are set for inspection.
That era had a lot of people who were laundering money, who were looking to bury cash somewhere, and took a lot of shortcuts.
Florida State Senator Jason Pizzo represents Surfside and Sunny Isles. He's pressing for legislation to make building records more transparent and available, and wants greater oversight of condo boards and associations which make decisions about building repairs.
We live in the ultimate, buy and flip region. Very little legacy interest in Miami, and that's the biggest concern. It takes a mass tragedy because this allows people that would otherwise look the other way to say, no, you can't escape this one. You're not getting away with this one, and something has to change.
Of course, the cause of the Champlain Tower South collapse remains under investigation, and though several lawsuits are working their way through the court system right now, it is unclear which parties, if any, bear responsibility. Manuel Bajorquez, CBS News, Surfside, Florida.
There are big changes for some commuters in downtown Little Rock this afternoon. A new exit ramp from I-30 to 6th and 9th Streets is set to open today. RDOT says I-30 eastbound drivers should use this new ramp as their primary route to downtown Little Rock. Once you exit, you can follow the frontage road north to access downtown. This month, the Cantrell interchange will close permanently. That's the circular ramp in front of the Clinton Center that goes to Highway 10, Cantrell, and Clinton Avenue. And as part of the opening, a new ramp will connect 630 eastbound with the I-30 northbound frontage road. That gives drivers going east on 630 the option to access downtown without having to get on I-30. Lots of changes there and more are on the way. It's all part of that 30 crossing project, widening a 7-mile stretch of I-30 through downtown.